there's nothing else that we use it for, right? No, we didn't.
What would be the total of budget on this?
$12,000, $846.
Yeah, 846 last year, will be before 864 last year.
Which was paid.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying we're gonna have it again this summer.
You're not gonna charge for 17 and 18, are you?
No, I never said that. I'm
No, I
talking
didn't
about
know.
this permit for
Okay.
this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not gonna backbill anybody. It is what it is from previous boards.
It's better than not doing water.
Somebody has to pay for it, you know? We don't use it, not every resident uses it, so I feel that somebody needs to pay for it. Not every resident uses it, so why are we using their tax money to pay for something they don't use? So somebody, I believe, should pay.
Diane has a point.
I'd like to, again, recommend,
Can
Are
we
we
still
allowed to
talk?
interject, or-
Are we allowed to interject or no?
any comments, yeah.
My question, trustee Mack, with you, in terms of nobody in the village uses that building at all. That's your statement. So when that park is open at 8 o'clock in the
I
morning.
said not every resident uses it.
Correct, but it's open to village residents.
It is.
At 8 o'clock in the morning, where they go and they play and they use the bathrooms, they turn the lights on. So it is used by other than us. So that is my point. We're not the sole occupant. In concession we might be, but in the building, no, not in general. So when you guys decide to open that park at 8 a.m. in the morning, and especially during the summer, when everybody will be there using the park, Mayor Bucko has indicated how he's going to revitalize that park so more residents come. My question then is, we're not the only ones, so are we the only ones that put the bill in when people do go in there and use the bathrooms?
No, but,
Oh,
From-
Yeah, I was gonna follow up on that, once you answer,
right,
yeah.
but from, let's say, you're using the park until August, you said? Is that the
Till July.
dates?
The end of July.
Well,
April to July? Okay, so from April to July, don't you feel you should be responsible for some part of it?
I'm taking care of the fields. I'm lining and raking the field, because that was changed last year.
well, that's, again, it goes back to
Right,
the original
and
statement,
then-
you're a
Right.
private league, you're not.
But we're not a
We're not a
private league,
private
that's
league.
something that we disagree on, that you're not understanding.
August,
We are a non-profit
September,
public league
You're telling
October,
us-
serving the
November.
village of Washingtonville and all of Blooming Grove.
We're private.
So
too,
we
because
are
you don't fund
we
us.
are serving the people of Washingtonville.
So does lacrosse.
So these people are being double
football,
dipped if we have to pay that bill.
We should just bring it to a vote.
But lacrosse does, trustee
Same thing
Clark,
with-
lacrosse doesn't play in your village.
And what if tomorrow they wanna ask for a
But
permit?
what ifs?
Then we'll ask
What
the
ifs?
same thing. I'm not
We're
gonna.
the only youth organization that plays in your village.
Check.
And
By your
serves
choice, yeah.
by
You could, lacrosse plays outside the village, then you guys can play outside.
duly noted, thank you very much for
We
that
play on a
suggestion.
field that was built 10 years ago by the village for Washingtonville Little League girls softball.
Fine. Well, that's their mistake, because according to the developer who gave it
That's
to
their
us,
mistake.
that we spoke to.
It's their mistake,
that
just
we
provide
spoke to.
fields for the children of
Guys, I'm sorry.
Washingtonville to play.
It's just one at a time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Let's have a conversation that we can listen to each other.
thank you. Well, I want to correct that false statement, because that is a false statement. Maybe the previous board said that, according to the developer who donated that land, that's not what it was donated for. Maybe the board changed it at that time, supposedly, we don't see a resolution to girls softball only, but that's, again, mistakes of previous boards that we're correcting, one of many,
Percentage for.
okay? According to the developer that we spoke to, that's not what the purpose of the field was.
Can you tell us what the purpose of the field was for?
Yeah, a park, a general park.
With the softball field on it?
No, they said it's nothing to
No
do with
field.
softball.
So
According to the, who gave us the land, who gave the village the land, did not specify softball at all. We spoke to him, Mr. Bucko.
So did the village build the field?
That's irrelevant. Well, I think we should bring.
You know, right now, I think, you know, we had this conversation several times.
Lots.
That field happens to be in the village of Washingtonville,
Mhm.
okay? And it doesn't allow a lot of residents. And one of the problems that we have, and it's the way it was set up, okay, way before all of us in this room got here. The village is in the town. The town's not in the village. Okay, so when you go down to Mays Field, you have, they supply buildings and grounds to line the fields, mow the lawn, and do whatever, but everyone is paying for that. Okay, it's the same argument that, or the same discussion that we had with the schools, when the schools thought the village should pay for the police in Taft Elementary, Middle, and High School. It doesn't make sense, okay? So here we have a field that Little League is using. You're not being charged for the field, and nor should you be charged for the use of the field. Okay, let's understand that, okay? Because it is for both residents of the village as well as residents of the town or school district. Because I'm sure you handle kids from Hamptonburg or Campbell Hall, okay? But it's a separate tax base, okay? We had to make a decision not to keep in our budget money going to the food bank, because by law, we weren't allowed to. That was a $2,000 line item that we had to take out. And we heard problems on that, okay? We heard screams on that. But legally, we cannot do that. As far as, you know, this is concerned, where could we, well, okay, the water situation. You don't pay for water there because it's a village building, okay? We don't want to be your partners. Let's get that out too, okay? But somewhere between 0 and this number, all right, and we understand that you are taking a hit at Maysfield, okay? And I don't think it has anything to do with you, it's just bad planning on Blooming Grove. First of all, to allow anyone in that building was terrible, okay? And now it's costing all of us money to correct something that there was no oversight on. I don't know if you are part of Lasser Park, if you lost money up there. Football, I believe, might have lost money up there, the youth football program, okay? Again, bad planning. We don't want to have bad planning, all right? We want to fix the planning that obviously was bad. We want to steer the ship in the right direction. So we have a decision here as a board, and I think no matter how it goes, not everyone in this room is going to be happy with. What does it cost per month? $144?
Yes, that's the point. I was gonna make the follow-up on a question of Diane about other people using it for the bathroom lights. I didn't ask for the full 141. I decided, let's do 100 or 125, which leaves another $25 for the bathroom lights when they're not there, which I think $25 a month for bathroom lights is more than enough. I don't think it uses that much. So I think the 120 or 125 is a fair number. It's not the full number. It's 141 2 years ago, 144 last year. So there is money built in for public use, as they stated to Diane about the bathroom lights, that while they're not there. So I think our proposal is more than fair. We're not going for every penny, which we could, but we're not. And then next year, again, we're learning. We could put a sub-panel in the concession stand and tell us to the penny what they spend. We just put a sub-panel in there. That way, every other light, the bathroom, everything else, if we do parking lot lights, whatever we may have doing field lights, well, that would be then on their nickel. So we'd have to tie it to their panel. It's not hard to put a sub-panel with a meter or a sub-meter. it's relatively inexpensive.
Well, we could probably do that now.
Yeah, right, but we have to vote on this now. And we can put one in this year too. If we find out we're way off and it's only costing them $10 a month, then I'm willing to do the refund, but I have a feeling it's gonna cost a lot more than we're asking of the 125.
How many months?
6,
6 months.
yeah.
What are the months? How many months again?
April,
Well, it's
July,
May, actually, May, June, July, and then September, October, November, because the bill comes out 15, 20 days behind.
so we'll end up with 6 months?
Yeah. 6 in the first, 3 months in the first season, 3 months in the second season. At 125 versus the actual 144. And like you said, it's just for the concession stands, it has nothing to do with the field.
Excuse me, trustee Colon, would you say August was, when we weren't there?
We took that out.
So
Yeah,
Took
but
it out
what
April,
what
I
was it
took out
again?
August.
Or was
Can
it
you tell
again?
us what the charge was?
Yeah, 82.40.
So if,
Do we know what that was?
so that if we weren't there, then $140, 82 was,
Well, we don't know what was on. Was there refrigeration on, was any lights left on the concession stand? Again, we have no idea. And like I said, I'm willing to put a sub-meter in that, no problem with that, to be accurate and fair for the next time around.
Everybody's aware it's a non-for-profit league, right? And you're gonna nickel and dime a not-for-profit.
That's your
Per
term,
hundred.
nickel and dime, yeah.
Per
When-
$125
Mr.
a month.
Bucko, the mayor just explained exactly why we're doing it.
I heard what he
And
said,
same with the senior
I'm just
bus
making a
trips that you
statement,
didn't mention.
saying you're gonna nickel and dime a non-for-profit league.
That's your opinion.
That's what you're doing, it's not an opinion.
That's what you wanna call it, you can call it whatever you want, but it's doing our job and not breaking the law by funding an entity that has nothing to do with the village, like the bus trips and the food bank and something else we had eliminated, I can't remember.
Humane
But you're not
Society.
The
funding,
Humane Society for the
Not
dogs.
you're not funding Washingtonville Little League.
We're not funding the food bank, but we gave them money. We
No,
used
no, no,
to.
by paying the electric bill in your building,
We're-
you're not
We're
funding
rehashing the
us.
same thing over and over again.
We're not hashing, trustee, you're.
We're talking
you're
in
ser-
circles.
You're just, I think
We are
you're
talking in circles.
misstating.
I agree.
By you paying the electric bill, that's not funding us. At no point as the food bank and Humane Society and all those things that you guys took money from, because you can't, it was directed towards them. You're not giving us $144 a month to fund us.
Well, then,
That's
we'll
the difference, that's all
approve,
I'm saying, that's
we'll-
correct,
to
is
make
that
it
the
fair
difference?
and equal to everyone, so we're not nickel and diming you, we'll approve the permit minus the concession stand. You can use the field all you want. I have no issue with that whatsoever. You cannot use the concession stand.
That's what
And
you
you'll
vote on.
charge 0, no money.
It's unbelievable.
That's what
come
you
up,
vote
know,
on.
to spite your
No,
face.
that's
That's
going
what
on,
we'll
that's
do to
going on.
resolve it.
One of the things I think we're missing here is, this is a girls' field. This is something that you guys created that's been absolutely unbelievable. It's been great. Girls have a disadvantage dealing with sports.
Okay, we're going to, I have to interrupt you on this.
Thank you.
We agreed
Thank you.
that the boys are also gonna be playing there.
Oh, the boys are playing there too now?
Yep,
It's not a
That's
girls'
not the
it
field.
was
boys.
never a girls' field.
Not the boys.
Oh, it's
Let's
never a girls'
clarify
It was
that.
T-ball, right? Or
Correct,
T-ball
it's
or?
co-ed.
Right.
T-ball,
Okay.
both
Right,
boys and
it
girls.
was a softball field, right? I mean, that's what it is.
No, the softball field that's currently there is the same size field that anyone in Little League can play on.
That's
It's
not,
a legal field.
that's not completely
It
correct.
doesn't have a mound to it.
But the size is not completely correct. The boys' field changes at every level that you go into. That field could be played for T-ball and instructional probably.
Well, I think the point we're making is,
Okay.
you guys decided it was a softball field. Anybody can use it for anything, it doesn't have to be a softball field.
Okay.
I thought we were helping you guys out when we said you could use it for Little League. Now it's not a good idea?
Well, we never-
That's not what we said.
That's not what we said at all.
Oh, that's,
Not the,
Seems
not
to
the
be
field
what
at
I'm
all.
getting
No, we're still very grateful for the use of the field. I just are, or my opinion, as representing Little League, is that I don't think it's fair for a program that we provide for youth, which is nonprofit, which we take and we fund kids who can't afford to play. So that 125 pulls from somebody that we sponsor. That, for those 6 months, we cover registration fees for every single backpack kid that's in the program who wants to come and play sports, whether it be boys or girls. So that's my defending our league in terms of that to 125, I understand what you're saying, but that also is 125 that goes towards a kid. Could be a Washingtonville kid, could be a Bloomingville kid. To me, it doesn't matter where the kid lives, if they want to play sports, they should be able to play sports. This directly now comes into play with me in terms of we are nonprofit, we are not funded by anyone. We receive no money from outside unless it's self-raised. All money is